Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We gotta get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are, then go out and prove it to me. Show me what you got.
Here we go, set! Ready, set, go! Ready, set, go! Go! Get up! Set! Ready!
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next...
Ready, ready? On the ready. Ready. Hey. Hup. Ready. Hut, hut. Here we go, here we go! Go! Ready, ready! Check go! Let's go! Get up! Let's go now. Ready. On the double. Come on, come on. Set. Ready, ready. On the set. Ready. Ready, break. Okay, break. Hut. Get it! Hut, hut. Here we go, shot! Go! Ready? Let go! Shot! Ready? Set up! Go! Ready? Tag! Ready, ready?
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jets and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field so they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
I've been muted the whole time. I have been muted the whole time. I am so sorry. Jesus Christ. Ah! Screw it. We're already here. Let's do it. We're already here.
Now it's Crowder.
Oh, can you catch him?
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner. We're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 33. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 15-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Clean, clean, don't touch him.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this 1st quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Hall to start the drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Let me ask you guys a question. While we're playing this game, let me know if Aaron Rodgers needs another Super Bowl to be in the greatest of all time list. Let me know before the end of this game.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 23 carries, 89 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That is caught. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The score, Commanders 14. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Going right back.
Wow. No pick. It's like I wasn't even there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Let him go. Let him go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 at the Commanders' 30-yard line. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be out down inside the 20.
They've definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Sirline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
you do it. You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On first down, right back to Gibson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Yeet, that's McLaurin.
For McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Rodgers getting too comfortable.
Rodgers now on first down.
Told you he was getting too comfortable.
That's going to be intercepted.
He was getting way too comfortable.
Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
I told you he was getting too comfortable. He was getting way too comfortable back there.
Slide for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Chicken shit. That's what that was. Chicken scraps.
Throwing on first down.
Where's the big stuff at?
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
I didn't know he was going to do that. I wouldn't have went for it.
The first of their timeouts.
Oh, where you going?
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Is that where you going?
On 1st and 10, here's
Rodgers.
I
thought he was going to cut around. All right.
Get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. He gets it underneath to Hall. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, here's Rodgers. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Better hope I can't block it.
Chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
I just wanted to run the clock out. That's all I wanted to do.
So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. It's the rookie, Anthony Richardson, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The rookie, C.J. Stroud, slinging it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Jonathan Mingo, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. It was a solid.
He got comfortable and he paid for it. I made sure of that one.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
I'll take care of the medium.
Thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Washington offense ready to go to be, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great